What's going on, Akiya Hunters? Welcome back to my channel. I have another special episode for you today. So I just drove to Sagamihara to meet with one of my clients who bought this house. I came here a couple months ago and I did the initial walkthrough of this house in Sagamihara city in Kanagawa prefecture. And yeah, he's now in Japan, just checking out how the renovation is going. I heard it's about 50-60% done. He's waiting for me inside the house and yeah, he's gonna give me a tour of how much it has changed. Yeah, I'm super excited to see it. All right, let's go take a look inside. Oh, this has grown quite a bit since my last visit. Oh, it's Shu.
Hey Shu, how's it going?
Hey Jim, congrats on your close on this property.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, so I heard.
I've done it without you.
Appreciate it, thank you. So I heard the renovation. You were going through renovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the condition of this house a couple months ago. So yeah. I'm super excited to see what it looks like now.
Yeah, they've done quite a bit. I think they're around 50%.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the major stuff has been completed. So yeah, come on in and take a look.
Okay, let's do it.
So
okay. Ooh, I remember this house. It looks beautiful already. Wow.
Yeah, so this first room that we're looking at, they've gone and replaced the tatami floors. You can actually smell the new tatami floor.
Yeah. Oh, I love the smell. Okay.
New paints, new screens.
Nice.
Just overall looks way better than before.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So these are new as well. Cool. And then I remember there were two more tatami rooms here.
Yeah.
That were not in good shape.
Yeah.
So, oh wow, okay. So it looks like they are completely redoing this, which is good.
Yeah, new flooring. Yeah, I guess prior they were in pretty bad shape. If you remember this room here, there was a really bad leak.
Yes, yeah. There is a major water leak from the ceiling right here.
When you were out here, it was actually raining heavy that day.
It was my first visit. It was, yeah.
And there was just lots of water just kind of pouring down this corner here, but as you can see, everything is
oh my
brand
gosh,
new.
Wow, yeah. And then they're gonna work on the walls, the floor still, but yeah, it looks completely different.
That's right.
Yeah. How about upstairs?
Yeah, the upstairs is actually more or less done. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Watch your head.
Yeah.
So there's two more bedrooms up here. They've been kind of renovated into Western style. New wallpaper, as you can see.
Yeah.
New flooring. Very spacious rooms.
Nice finish. Yeah. I remember this was a Western style and like wallpapers were like coming off and wasn't in great shape, but yeah, it looks pretty new. Yeah, needs a little bit of cleaning, but looks great. Very spacious. And then how about the other room? Same finish, it looks like?
Yeah, more or less the same finish. What I like about these rooms is, I mean, if we open up these, it's even more light coming into this room.
Wow, and look at this. I remember this view, but it was rainy, so it didn't look as good, but now this is amazing. Even on a warm day, it feels, you know, this nice breeze coming in. Yeah, surrounded by this nature. Awesome. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. So I'm happy about it, and I'm really liking the renovation and just the process and what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and when are they planning to finish this? You said 50-60% done.
They're saying another couple of weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure when they do the final 50%, it's gonna look really good. What a transformation from what it was.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see just the changes that's being made with this renovation.
Yeah. Hey, could you remind the audience some numbers if you don't mind? So like, what did you end up paying for the property and what are you expected to spend for the renovation?
Yeah, so I paid 3 million yen for this property.
Yeah.
And an additional 3 million for the renovation.
Okay.
So all in all, 6 million for this entire.
Wow. So that includes like closing costs and you know all that stuff, all that jazz. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, 6 million. So that's 40,000 US dollars.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you from? I know you're from the Bay Area. What can you get with $40,000 today?
In terms of real estate?
I don't know. Yeah, you tell me.
Northern California, not much. You can barely get a car with that price.
Right.
Yeah. Let alone you know, a property that you can live in. Yeah, you couldn't get anything for $40,000.
I mean, this is like such a spacious house and built in, what is it, like 1975?
Yep.
Right? Wow, what a transformation. I can't wait to see the final product. you know, after doing the rest of it. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, well, Jim, thanks for the walkthrough.
No problem.
It's turning into a really beautiful house.
It is, isn't it?
I'm excited for you because I remember 2 months ago when I came here to do the initial walkthrough, like you said earlier, it was pouring. It was dark and cold, and I remember that room just like still the water was dripping. So I was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is gonna be a project, and it's coming out pretty nicely. Yeah.
It definitely is looking a lot more optimistic. So it was funny, yeah. I remember that first video and you pointing out the leak and just your reaction to it. And it's nice actually seeing how that's completely been fixed by the contracting team. So it's looking really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Jim, if you don't mind, could you do a quick introduction of who you are and why you decided to invest in Japanese real estate?
Yeah, so my name is Jim. I always had the interest of, kind of Japanese culture, and I guess it stemmed from my interest in like manga and just video games growing up and stuff. So just the opportunity came about, especially as I'm approaching my middle age and as I'm looking for ways I can earn passive income. I just really saw this opportunity as something that I should seriously consider. And, seeing some of your YouTube videos, it really looked attractive to me how especially foreigners, can buy property in Japan at such a low price and really be able to have that vision, see that these Akiyas can be renovated and also can be used as a form of long-term investment. So that really looked interesting to me. As I looked into it, as I talked to you about this opportunity and just really the great videos that you provided, more and more it just sounded more of an opportunity that can fully realize. At the end of the day, I'm from California, so a property like this where all in $6 million is not a tremendous risk. So I just thought, well, let's give it a try and let's see what happens. So here we are, kind of like nearly 50–70% there. We're actually seeing the property getting renovated. It's looking great. Kind of the final phase after the house is fully renovated is to find a tenant. So I'm really excited about that.
You initially purchased this under your own name.
Yeah.
You decided to form an entity in Japan, and you did. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Can you share with us like the thoughts behind it? What are you looking to do after purchasing this, getting rented out, planning to build more of a portfolio here so that entity made sense for you?
Yeah, it definitely made sense to me. The entity is what they call a Godo Kaisha.
Yeah.
GK abbreviation. It's really just a Japanese corporation. The idea is, if you have enough of these kind of investment properties under the Godo Kaisha, potentially you can look at, and of course if the company is financially healthy, earning an income, you can apply yourself as a business manager and obtain a long-term visa. So that obviously looked very attractive to me. Later on down the road, if I am, really seriously considering moving to Japan, I would be able to do so under this business manager visa. That's kind of, another added benefit of looking at purchasing not only this property as well as purchasing more properties down the line. So that's what overall made it very attractive. And like your videos have said, being able to have a 10% return on investment it's just unheard of. Hopefully I'll be able to realize that with this property and all the other properties that I'm looking to buy later on down the road.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, 10% is like, oh, okay, that's okay, or maybe that's good, like cash on cash. Where like California, I'm guessing it is extremely hard to find that kind of return, like a cash on cash return, right?
Yeah,
it's more of an appreciation play. Like you buy now, hoping that it's going to appreciate in 10, 20, like 30 years, which is a great game to play if you can, but you're going to be bleeding every single month probably.
Exactly.
Out of, with the high interest rates, like a huge mortgage payments and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Here, if you're looking for that kind of appreciation play, I don't think you should play this game, but I think there's going to be pretty decent cash flow. The entry level, obviously, as long as you can figure out the how. I mean, this house is like what, 40 grand, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
For the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like you're saying earlier, like you can't buy a piece of anything in California with 40 grand, like in terms of real estate. So
that's right.
I think that's why it attracts a lot of people. The weak yen definitely helps for, US dollar earners. But yeah, I think there's, for the right people, this is such an exciting market. That's how I see it. You probably know, and most of my audience know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I did my 180 in the belief, and I'm pretty bullish on the future of the real estate here.
It's almost like it's like a double whammy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not only are you able to get a great return on your investment just by renting it out and paying so little for the property itself, but the fact that, again, like as you said, the US dollar is so strong, you're able to buy these properties like at a 30-year low, right? Yeah. Because of really the weaker yen. So it's a no-brainer for me to jump all over this now. That's exactly what I'm hoping to do.
We're talking a little bit earlier too. You don't know which way it's going to go, like with the yen exchange. Like some experts are predicting it's going to be like 200 yen per dollar. Historically speaking, it'll come back, to 130 or 125 or something.
Yeah.
And if it does, if you buy it now, you're just getting the 20% increase.
Exactly.
Just from that exchange, right? You bought it at that much discount if the yen comes back. Again, it's hard to speculate. And also I get these comments like, well, you can get 7%, 8% return on S&P 500 and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go through these hoops of investing in real estate. But that's the beauty of real estate, right? Yeah. Yeah, it rewards the people who take action.
True.
And just because you do okay in the first deal, the second deal, you might actually do better. You get better. Wherein I'm not a expert stock picker or anything. I just invest some of my money in S&P 500.
Yeah.
I want to be more active. And the real estate is a game that you can get better at, right? Yeah. Depending on what kind of a deal that you find.
Exactly.
And the location you choose and all that stuff. So, and that's why it works for me. And if that's not for you, that's okay. And maybe it's not for you. Yeah. So you went through this process, right? Of buying real estate in a foreign country.
That's right.
From abroad. For a lot of people, that is scary, right? And how did you do it, without being able to speak the language? What kind of advice would you have for those who are actually very interested in doing what you just did?
You're obviously not going to be able to do this if you don't speak Japanese. And that's really where I needed, obviously, your services to be able to not only help me find the unmarketed property. This one here was unmarketed, and that's why we were able to find it at such a great price, but also just going through the process of working with the judicial scrivener and transferring the title and all of the necessary paperwork, all in Japanese. So unless you have, again, friends or family or somebody that would be able to help you translate, very difficult. So again, with Shu's assistance, I was able to do this all remotely. And I mean, it was all done through power of attorney, right? And very painless. I mean, I don't think there was anything that at all that I felt was overly complicated, the process. So again, and that's why it's like, wow, that was it. And it's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and hopefully do another one if we find another great property, right?
Yeah, well, thank you. And same to you. I think you were so committed because like receiving all that information, like being asked like, hey, please provide this. Like, we got to, the timeline is this, like, please send this, please send this. Yes, the instructions were there, but you acted very quickly. And I think that's why the deal went so smoothly. You were able to, get this. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, exciting times ahead. I know you're looking at a couple other deals now that you're in Japan and you're experiencing like Sagamihara, Yokohama, and other parts of this area. Yeah. What's next for you? So you said, exploring, but what are you thinking area-wise or kind of deal, or how big do you want to make your portfolio in Japan? Well,
again, I'd like to leave the option to have the ability to maybe look into applying for the business manager visa. So I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 properties
Yeah.
and just kind of seeing what that looks like under the company, under the corporation, under the GK,
Yeah.
and seeing what that potential income is and the kind of the financials of that company is going to look like. And
Yeah.
if all that looks good and if the timing is right, then I can apply for the business manager visa and kind of get a longer visa
Yeah.
and stay in Japan longer.
Is there like a threshold of income that your company needs to be generating?
I don't believe so.
Right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah,
I think generally it's just all about receiving income and just having a healthy looking company.
Because like if you think of it, because Japan is like really promoting this business manager visa thing, right? Like I know the country really needs to stimulate the economy, you know, really inviting entrepreneurs from all over the world to start up companies and obviously file taxes and all that stuff, right? So it makes sense like to really incentivize people like yourselves. Rental business is a business.
Yeah.
Or if you want to start like another form of business that, you know, you might already know what to do. That's one way to make yourself in Japan and stay here as long as you can, or your business thrives. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like having that option to, you know, be here longer than a tourist visa. You never know like what's going to happen, not just in the US, but like in the world, right? Just having options to live and work in different countries.
That's true.
Yeah. And if you happen to love Japan, you know, that's one more reason for that.
It doesn't hurt to have these options, right?
Yeah.
And that's the #1 motivation, right? So we'll see what happens.
Well, Jim, thanks for your time. Thanks for inviting me here. And congratulations again on your close.
Thank you so much. And I couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode interview with Jim. If you enjoyed this, I'm sure you're going to like this video. So watch this next, and I will see you in the next one.